Regardless of how minor or, it may seem, you need to go and at least let them know so they know what's going on. So that's what she planned to do after cheer practice today, and this happened instead.
Breaking news update, the 14-year-old middle school student who was stabbed by a classmate had planned to go to school police today to say she was afraid of the boy. Polo Park Middle School parents made their way to the Wellington Middle School after being alerted about the stabbing.
Here's what we know. The stabbing happened around 9 o'clock in the school's courtyard. The accused attacker, an 8th grade boy, was tackled by a school resource officer. The victim airlifted to St. Mary's Medical Center with a stab wound to her shoulder. The accused attacker is expected to be in juvenile court tomorrow, but that's all we really know about him tonight. We have live coverage, and we begin with Brian Enton. He's the only reporter to talk to the young victim's mother, who says her daughter was scared of the boy before today. Brian?
Yeah, Kelly, I spoke to that mother a little while ago. She says she has been telling her daughter, you have got to go to school police about this kid, even as recently as last night telling her, please, go talk to officers. Well, now it's too late. Her daughter is recovering from a stabbing.
It's on her back, I think up in her shoulder.
This mom shaken but relieved.
She's fine. She has 3 staples in her shoulder, and she's a strong girl.
Christy Hill's 8th grade daughter stabbed by a classmate at Polo Park Middle, a classmate Hill says her daughter was scared of.
He had sent her a bunch of messages, and I found out about it, and I told her she needed to go talk to the school police, and she said, Mom, it's stopped. It's not happened anymore. So, it's not a big deal, so she let it go.
But Christy says the classmate's intimidation persisted.
She said he was very quiet and that he just stares at her, like when they're passing in the hallway or in class, he'll just sit and stare at her.
Christy says her daughter showed her Facebook messages the 8th grade suspect was sending her.
Most of them were like one-word messages, like random. Some would say like beautiful. The next one would, may say death. The next one maybe something, different. It was just all random stuff.
The victim's friends say the teenage suspect was, quote, obsessed.
A guy was in the class with us too, and he made a fake Instagram account of her too.
It is a lot for 8th graders to deal with. Christy realizes it could have been much worse.
I was just wanting to get to her. I wasn't necessarily panicked. It hadn't really set into what had happened.
That mom says her daughter is nervous about going back to school, but is resting comfortably at home tonight. That entire family says they're relieved the suspect is locked up tonight. Live in Wellington, Brian Enton, WPTV News Channel 5.
The campus of Polo Park Middle School is secure after an incident on campus that led to a student being airlifted to the hospital. The parents of the student have been notified. Students are safe.